Tous, Invisible is a novel set 500 years in the future, in a world where there are people who are invisible, literally see-through, and then those who have skin that's visible, just like me or you. Those who are invisible have been relegated to second-class citizens, and the novel focuses on a young invisible woman, Sweetmint, who, when it opens up, her big brother is missing, he's been gone for a few years, and she gains an apprenticeship with the biggest inventor in the land. While working with him, they see that the head of their world, or their hemisphere, has been murdered, and the primary suspect is her older brother. Now, with the clock running down with 5 days until the next election, and law enforcement officers looking for her brother, and a bigoted politician running on an anti-invisible platform who's just building up the fire of bigotry within this hemisphere, this young invisible woman, who no one thinks much of, says, I am going to find my brother and I'm going to reclaim my narrative. So for me, it wasn't a matter of switching genre in terms of going from my debut novel, Moi, to my second, Tous Invisible. Yes, of course, my first is set in New York City in modern times and focuses on a young man who's trying to reach the top. And Tous Invisible is set 500 years in the future with invisible and not invisible people, but they're both rooted in reality to me. The first, of course, because I was a salesman working at a startup in New York City. And the second, because the book is actually born from an experience that I had on the New York City subway where I was made to feel invisible. So despite both of these books, one being contemporary, one being science fiction, they're actually both reflective of reality and born from experience. And I hope that that resonates with readers who've experienced these things themselves and feel seen and feel empowered. Yeah, so the idea was rooted in reality. It came from an experience I had where one day I woke up and I was invisible. No, I'm kidding. It was actually an experience that I had on the New York City subway, going from Brooklyn to Manhattan, if you know it, when a man and a woman walked on and a man asked her where she wanted to sit and pointed directly at me, just like this, which made me feel, am I invisible? Can he see me? Can he not see me? So I went home that night and I was thinking what the man saw or what the man didn't see. And I asked myself many questions about, what does it mean to be invisible? What if there were a race of invisible people? How do they become invisible? Would they be revered and admired or oppressed? And eventually those questions formed answers, and that answer formed in Tous Invisible. So my novel, Tous Invisible, right? It's set in the future, and there's a lot going on. There's invisible people, there are visible people, there are people who feel oppressed, there are people who don't feel oppressed, there are people who are striving for a better life. Yes, there's a lot going on. But what I want to assure you is that at the core of it is love. And at the core of it is a beautiful, exciting, and wonderful adventure focused on this young woman who is not going to let anyone, no matter who they are, at any level of society, tell her who she is and what she's going to be. So if you take a chance and you open up my book, I hope that you enjoy it, and write me. Let me know what you think of it. I'd love to hear. Thank you.